Hello boys and girls, welcome to my channel, I'm For Classic and welcome to BenchART. So for today what I do have video is Trackmania 2020, a game developed by Nadio and it is using their in-house engine. So Ubisoft decided to revitalize the Trackmania, the free-to-play version, and I'm actually very happy with this, not entirely though. But I'm very happy to see that Trackmania have gone free to play again. At least the stadium environment, which includes a ton of new blocks and new stuff for you to try out. Although the game it is not entirely free to play. That's the main issue that I have with this game so far. So let's talk a little bit about the performance. So first of all, I'm trying in here the game with my MX130, which is exactly the same as the GT940 MX with GDDR5. Keep in mind that I'm using the GDDR5 version in here, it is not a DDR3. And for this video I'll be using 900p using the fast presets. As usual, I decided to test the game with a multitude of different tests. I tried 2 different tracks per setting. And with 720p, the game runs above 60 frames per second on fast or super fast presets, while the nice preset, which makes a considerable different look to the shadows, runs under 60 frames per second. So if you are going to play with 720p, just play with fast or super fast presets. 900p, the fast and super fast presets both deliver a frame rate above 60 frames per second, with the fast delivering an average of close to 100 frames per second, and the super fast delivering 112. 1080p on other ends, despite delivers an average above 60 frames per second, both fast and super fast drop it below 60 frames per second. Although the super fast barely drop it, but I'm a little bit concerned that in more demanding tracks 1080p might get a little bit of some trouble to stay above 60 frames per second in some occasions with a lot of shadows or trees or players, alright? So my recommendation is to go with 900p, either with super fast or 720p with the same presets. This for delivering a perfect experience above 60 frames per second, which in my opinion, I think it's actually something that you really want to have in a Trackmania game. Trackmania concept, it is not new, it is all about riding cars, this type of cars I mean, with super fast environments and impossible tracks with all rides and loops. It have been a concept since 2003 when I felt in love with the game initially. I remember trying my first Trackmania game, Trackmania Stadium, in 2003, and I didn't have internet connection at the time. And I thought I was really good with that game, and I really loved the visuals at the time, and all the entire concept. It was something new, you know, something like Hot Wheels, and I wanted something like that at the time. And it was amazing, and I thought I was pretty good, but then I got an internet connection, and then I discovered that I simply suck at playing Trackmania. But still, I always loved the game, I always loved the franchise. I played hundreds and hundreds of hours of Trackmania Stadium on the PC at the time. And it was a free-to-play game, entirely free-to-play, nothing was paid at the time. Then Trackmania 2 came out and every stuff was paid about that game. I ended up buying Trackmania 2 Canyon, and despite I always had players to play with, I didn't add friends, and I couldn't convince friends to buy Trackmania 2 Canyon or any other version of Trackmania 2 because people didn't want to pay for something that before it was free to play. And then Ubisoft decided to revitalize the series now in 2020 with new blocks, new stuff, day events, you know, a ton of stuff that usually makes the games nowadays something free to play, like objectives per day or tracks per day, leagues and stuff like that. Although Ubisoft decides to take the approach to not making the game entirely free to play. I mean, the game it is free to play, it's not going to ask you to buy the game anytime, but there are some stuff that are free to play that aren't really included on the free to play package. That doesn't make any sense to me. For example, the most shocking thing for me, it is the text chat. The text chat on this game, it isn't really available for people that are using the free-to-play version, also known as Starter Edition. So what happens really is that you can't write on the text chat if you don't pay. For me, it doesn't make any sense at all. I think it's a stupid move, in my opinion, from Ubisoft. They should really unlock this. I mean, it's just a simple text chat. What the hell? I mean, paid users can obviously text chat and you can see their messages, but you can't write them. Doesn't make any sense at all. So you have two packages for this game. In fact, you have 3 different packages, but 2 of them are the same. But you have kind of 2 different packages. One is the standard version where you need to pay 10 euros or 9.99 each year. So it's a subscription based game. You pay 10 euros and you get access pretty much all the stuff to the game, including tracks of the day, sponsored leagues, and you know, you can edit your replays. Yes, because on the free-to-play version you can't edit replays, something that it was available previously on all Trackmanias. You can't now do it on the free-to-play version. What the hell? So you need to pay to edit replays or to use text chat or to join something like leagues and championships. But aside from that, you have it all on the free-to-play version. So the standard version costs 9.99 per year. But you also have a club access which costs you 30 euros per year or 29.99. Alright? This club access, the only thing that gives you more, it is access to custom skins for club-based skins, and you can get access to create or join clubs. So if you are not going to create or join any club on Trackmania, this club access is actually irrelevant because it adds nothing more than that. The club access also have a different way to pay. For example, you can pay for 3 years for 59.99 or 60 euros. Alright? But again, the club access, it is only exclusive for people that wants to join a club or create their own club and create their own skins. The standard edition also enables you to create and import your own skins, and you can create custom skins and stuff like that. But on the free-to-play version, for example, you can't import skins. So if you can't import different car sets or anything like it. The only thing you can do, and it is pretty good, it is actually painting the car with different tones than having your flag of your country. There are also other things that you can do with the free-to-play version, like for example, creating local matches. This is something that you can do, or play custom tracks in local servers created by you. So if you find custom tracks in this game, you can't create the servers or local servers for them, or you can't play them locally. For that you need to pay. So for me, there is a ton of stuff that doesn't make any sense at all. They are blocking tons of stuff for a game that was always free to play. I understand that they want to make money out of Trackmania, and despite all these limitations from the starter edition, the free to play edition, I still enjoy a lot the game and the way that they did bring back the game. The new blocks are defying, alright? They are kind of very complicated, hard to adapt. There are tons of stuff like the trigger slow motion, or you have reactor moments which you can throw your car flying. So there are tons of stuff in here like ice, dirt, a lot of new stuff into this game, which makes it very interesting. So if you want to download this game, just go to Uplay or Epic Store. Well, that's another stuff because this game it isn't available on Steam. Exclusive to Uplay or Epic Store, just go to one of these stores and download the game. It is only 1 GB of space, pretty much 2 GB of space, and I'm pretty sure you will have fun playing this game. Alright? So guys, I think that's all that I want to talk about Trackmania 2020. Hope you keep enjoying the rest of the video. There is not too much to have at the moment. And I do hope to see you soon. Goodbye.